Good evening, folks. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hopefully you can all see me. If someone can just put in the chat when you can, let me know that you can see and hear me. That would be great. Hopefully everyone's had a awesome Saturday so far. Wherever you are in the world, it's Saturday, the 25th of June, 2016, for anyone watching the recording. And I'm just waiting for confirmation that everyone can see and hear me. There's a little bit of a delay, but as soon as we get confirmation of that, we'll get into tonight's training. So I see a few people in the chat there. Hey, Jeannie. Hey, Lynn. Welcome, Diane. Good to see you here for the first time. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you, Jeannie. So now if anyone wants to come over and be on a panelist over here, just let me know in the chat and I'll bring you over. Happy Sunday morning, Jeannie. You're all my family and down there in the Southern Hemisphere too, so I can relate. So yes, okay, well, I'm going to get straight into it. Welcome along, everyone, particularly the new people. This is our daily Team Life Change Prospecting Bootcamp webinar, where we meet 7 days a week at this time, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, with the goal of showing everyone on the team how to prospect when they first get started, and where long-serving members can come along each day, bring new team members, and also prospect actively as we go through the webinar. So this is not just a sit and watch webinar. I encourage you strongly to follow along and prospect at the same time. That way you're not just wasting an hour watching, you're actually implementing as we go. What I'm going to do is, firstly, my name's Clive Jeffrey. For those that don't know me, Mark Lalonde, our leader, can't actually make it tonight, so I'm filling in for him. But he is the one that has basically set up this group. As I say, the purpose of it, for anyone new here, is to fulfill the gap that most network marketing companies have, and that is when new members get started, they normally given a welcome email, and at the most they get told to go and make a list of their 100 closest friends and family, and then to go and basically shovel their links in front of those people and hope for the best. And I'm sure if you haven't been in a business before, you know that really doesn't work. And what we've done here is we've come up with a very unique idea where we meet on a daily basis, where we don't actually just explain to people what they should be doing. We actually show you and give you the steps to actually implement on a daily basis. We give you training on how to find the people that you need to be talking to, and then we give you scripts as to what you should say to them and how to engage the conversation, and when to find the right opportunity to ask them if they're open to have a look at what we're doing here. Because the statistics have been proven that if you are prepared to make the effort and ask at least one person per day if they're open to have a look at your opportunity, regardless of whether you get a yes or a no, and you do this consistently for 90 days, and that's the catch. You've got to do it every day for 90 days, and if you do that, you'll find yourself within the top 1% of whatever network marketing company that you want to do. So it's one of those things, as they say, so easy to do and so easy not to do. So with that said, I'm going to just give you a quickly a behind the scenes tour of our secret group. Now, for all new members again, please speak to the person that invited you here. Make sure that they give you access to the group that I'm going to show you, and also to the group chat. So I'm going to share my screen now and take you and show you where our Facebook group is and give you a quick rundown about it. Okay, now you should all be seeing my screen, and what we're looking at here is our Team Life Change Leadership Training Bootcamp secret Facebook group. Now, the only way you can get access to this is to be invited in by the person that invited you here. It's a secret group, so it can't be searched for. But basically, here's where all the information is not only stored, but group conversations go on, where there's access to the company calls. And we will report in here. Look at this great job that Rebecca has done today. She's, her accountability, she's posted here. She's followed 20 people, spoken to 7 people, 5 responded and got 3 no's. So look, she's 3 ahead of what we are setting out to do. 2 ahead. We want to get at least 1 no and per day, regardless of we don't care if we get a yes or no, as long as we get a definite answer to our question if they want to take a look. So that's basically the basic group. Come in and have a good poke around. What you need to be aware of here is in the top right hand corner, you'll see the files section. You want to click on here. This top note is the top file is where you'll see an archive of all the different trainings from each day. As I say, we do them each and every day, and they're all posted in here for new people to go back and refer to. There's some good training in here, lots of nuggets dropped every night, so you don't have to start right at the beginning and work your way through it, but you are encouraged to at least go and have a play around, watch a few, and any questions that arise, reach out to not only your sponsor or person that invited you here, but to myself and Mark, and in the group chat, which I'll show you in a second. The next one, which is probably the most important one, is when you first come in here, is you want to come here to the Start Here button. Click on here. There's going to be, there's a short introduction. This is how easy it is. And then 2 links to different training videos that you need to watch. Start with this one, trytheexperience.com/GST, which is Get Started Training. And that's going to basically go through everything you need to do to get set up and ready to rock your business. And this, the next one will be Try the Experience /4 simple steps. And again, these videos are recorded by Mark, and they'll give you the outline of what we're all about here and the steps that you need to go through to get set up fully. So it's really as simple as that. That's all you need to do to anyone that you invite. Get them to the group. Point them to, and we'll point them to this on a daily basis. You can obviously do that as well, but that's all they need to do. And in this, in this training, it explains exactly how what I was explaining about being in the top 1% by inviting 1 person a day. It gives all the explanation of how that actually works. So, well, as I say, it's mandatory watching both those training videos. That's basically all it is for the group. Really, there's one more thing. This is where we'll find our prospecting scripts. Now, whenever I'm getting started, I open up this document, which is basically the scripts that we start with. And so if you're a beginner or new to this boot camp, come and open up this document. We get some starter lines, conversation starters, invitation questions, and you can just have a read through them, and then just you'll want to tweak them to your own voice, because the whole idea here is to be authentic. We're looking for basically people that we can relate to, and so you want to have it in your own voice, because that's what's going to get you the best results. We are not here for any short-term quick fixes. This is building a long-term sustainable business by meeting and recruiting people that are actually interested in building a long-term business themselves and enjoying the products and services that we market here. So with that, the next thing I'm going to show you is actually our team chat, is what you want to be invited to as well, and that is this one here. This, I'll just open it up onto a full conversation, and this is where basically it's live and interactive, where everyone that is working away during the day can post questions, successes that they're having, and there's everyone on the team helps answers the questions, and we basically just support each other. It's a great way to get your questions answered in real time. So you definitely want to make sure that you're on here. And this is also we post the webinar links and that type of thing. So it's basically how we can communicate as a team in real time. So I'm just going to come back quickly to make sure that there's no other questions in the chat, and then we're going to get right into the training for today. So just bear with me 1 second. I seem to have lost the chat here. There we go. So welcome everyone again. I see a few more people have come on. Welcome Heidi and Len. Good to see you guys here. Now, just again, if anyone wants to come out, I'll give you a quick second to just mention in the chat before I get going again. Anyone's more than welcome if they want to come along and share some of their their successes or problems that they came across today, and then we could address those. But if not, I'm going to just keep going and start showing you all our daily process. Well, it looks like everyone's content where they are, so I'm just going to share my screen again and get into tonight's training. So again, at our group chat here. So just quickly, I want to just go through the purpose of what we do here on a daily basis for the new people. We basically go through a 3-step recruiting process, and that is, first of all, to meet new people, because the idea here is for people that come in and start and don't have a big following on Facebook and need people to talk to. So the first step is going out and meeting new people every day, and I recommend that you want to do this with at least 10 people. The next step, number 2, is to follow up with people that you've already engaged in conversation. And the third step is to, again, re-engage with people that you've started building rapport with and ask them if they are open to take a look at what we're up to. Simple as that. As I say, the thing here to get success is to do this consistently, and that's the reason we have these daily boot camps, because everyone here is determined and committed to building a long-term sustainable business, and we are prepared to show up daily. And we find it a lot easier if we meet as a group. That way everyone on the team knows what's going on, and we can literally grow together, which is really cool. As I say, I have not aware of anyone else doing anything like this. So with that being said, we're going to go through to the first part of the 3-step formula, and that is to meet people. I spent a bit of time on this yesterday, so I'm going to just go through 1 or 2 today, because I want to spend most of the time actually inviting tonight, because that's really where that's where the money-making activity is. But obviously you've got to go through these first steps to be able to get people to talk to in the first place. And if you're only starting out and you've got a small friends list, then obviously you'll be wanting to concentrate most of your efforts in this first and second steps, because you won't be able to you won't have people yet in that third category. So without further ado, I'm going to go to a high profile person within the network marketing industry. So if you are new to network marketing, speak to the person that's brought you in here to get some names, or you can just go into the search bar and search for network marketing or something like that. But if you don't know any, I like to find a high-profile individual. Like tonight, I'm going to actually look for this young guy called Joe Stewart. I'm not sure if you're aware of him. If you're not, I really encourage you to look him up. He's a dynamic young guy. And what we do is we come to their page, and we look for posts that have had a lot of engagement on. Now as I say, he gets lots of engagement on most of his posts. So we're going to look for one with a lot of activity. So this one's got 70. That's a good number. So what I do is I right-click on that. Oh no, I don't want to do that. I just want to click on the people that liked it. So sorry, just click on it, and it's going to bring up this list. And on the right-hand side here, it's going to show me the people that I'm actually friends with. And if I scroll down, it starts showing you people that I'm not friends with, and that's obvious because it says add friend. So my goal here is I'm looking for people that I'm not friends with, and but I do have mutual friends with. So what I'm going to do now is I want to basically meet this person. So we're going to hover over a name, and I'm looking for them also. They must have their follow button activated. If you haven't got your follow button activated, then you're really missing out if you're a marketer. So you must have your follow button activated. This guy I'm following, just keep going down. Okay, he's got his follow button activated. So what I do now is I right click on his name, open it up in a new tab. That way I don't lose my spot. And now I'm basically just going to check him out, and see he's obviously friends with a bunch of people we know, which is cool. But all I'm doing is making him aware of me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click the follow button. He's going to get a notification that I've followed him, and then I'm just going to compliment, looking for things I can compliment him on. So there's two things people like. They like compliments and they like their own name. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on his header, and I'm just going to like it, and I'm going to say, cool header, Curtis. I want to tag him here. So if you just put the @ sign in front, it should bring him up. If it doesn't, you might have to go and type in his last name. So I'll have spelled, if I spelled it right, it might. It's Curtis Stevenson. There he is. That's the guy. So, and then I'm going to just delete his last name if it'll let me. No, it's not going to let me. For some reason, sometimes Facebook will let you. I haven't figured out why, but if you can, I want to tag him, so I'm going to leave his whole name in there. Hinter. So let's go. He's going to get another notification now. So the whole idea here is to get him to say, "Now, who's this guy?" You know. So again, I'm just going to like that, and that's all we do. Now, chances are he's going to come and check out who's this person that's liking and commenting on his stuff. I might just put you a great video. That's it. So you want to do this for find 10 people that you can do this with. So just do one more following him. Now, who's this guy? He's sent me a friend request. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to check it out. I don't accept friend requests just because they've sent it to me. I got to go and check him out. So again, right click on his name, and we'll see what he's all about. He's self-employed, lives in New York, so that's good. He's friends with other network marketers, so that's a good indication. I want to see if we've had any correspondence before. So we haven't. So there's a script in our script file that is an idea of what you can say to people that send you friend requests. So it basically goes along the lines of you say, hey Avi, because again you want to mention their name. Everyone likes their name, and because he sent me an actual friend request, I'm going to message him. I wouldn't message people if they haven't sent me a friend request. So I'm going to say, hi Avi, or however you pronounce that name. I'm going to say, thanks for sending through your friend request. And how is everything going in your world? I want to end with an open-ended question. And that's it. And I'll wait for him to respond. I don't accept it, because if he's not going to engage with me, I don't, what's the point? So I'm going to actually just go and see. I'm not able to, he's got it set so that you can't comment or like, or you can on that, but for some reason you couldn't do it on his page, his header. But we'll like that as well, just so that he can see that I'm a real person too. And we'll go on to the next one. That's all we need to do. We'll do one more. Go down just to so you get the idea. Already following him. He has another one. So again, right click, open it up. Now all these people, as I say, this is just meeting them. They are now activated to us, and the way this works, you look when you're first starting out, you think, well, what's that going to do? It's not going to do anything. But if you do this consistently, as I mentioned at the beginning, consistency is the key. If you do this every day, you will soon come to the point where your inbox is full of people that you can talk to. So again, same process. We want to look at something we can compliment him about. Let's have a look at his header. Pretty cool artwork, something a bit different. So that's always a good thing to compliment him on. So I'm just going to say the same thing. Cool header. And again, I'm going to tag him. And see, that one had let me shorten his name, so go figure. So now he's got two notifications, one for me following him and one for me commenting on there and tagging him. And he's just going to comment on here. He's got clones and wannabes everywhere. I'm just going to put hashtag just be you. But the whole idea here is just be yourself, be normal, engage in conversation as if you just walk into a party or gathering. If you're being introduced to someone, you're just making small talk. You're not gonna ask the guy out on a first date and all that kind of stuff. All we're doing is activating ourselves. And so now all this whole profession is about being known and getting people to be aware of you. So we do this daily. We want to go through and find 10 people that you can do this to, and then we move on to the next stage. So I'm just going to leave it there for now. But you want to do that at least 10 people. The next thing that we want to do is to go and check our messages and follow up with people that we've engaged with before. And so just go through your messages and just see some conversations that we can just reply to. So here's one that, again, this one, she sent me a friend request. I'll just open up her page. This is one from, now the good thing about Facebook is that you don't have to, you don't have to do everything in real time. You can pause. Like this first conversation started, she sent me a friend request, and this was it was Friday, yesterday. So I sent her the same thing that what I just mentioned. Oh no, this was actually one from we did last night when I was reaching out to people, which is the next stage, because we were Facebook friends, but we hadn't actually had a conversation yet. So that's which is again the script is in the files in our group. It's basically this is what we did last night when we were on our training last night. So you can see here yesterday at 9 minutes to 8. So it was just before we finished off. So I just said, hey, Ava, looks like we've been Facebook friends for a while now, but have never really spoken. So I thought I'd better fix that, LOL. How's everything going in your world? So that's a great introduction to engage someone. It's non-threatening, and it's not like everyone else does, which is just spam a link. We never, ever, ever, ever send a link to any of our presentations unless it's been, we've got a confirmation that they are open to have a look at one. And that really sets our team apart. We do this professionally, and as I say, we're here for the long term. We're looking to build a long-term sustainable business here. So she responded, said, hey, Clive, thanks for taking the time to say hello. So, they're thanking you for getting in touch. All is well my end, a bit busy working on the new publication of my first non-academic book. Otherwise, everything is going well. How are you? So you can see there, because of the way I got her engaged in conversation, it was a very real opening line. Even though we do it repeatedly, it's a real good opening line. So I came back in, obviously before I responded, I came in as we do, because we want to she's obviously an intelligent person. You see by her response, she's an author, and the first non-academic book. And I came up here and I was looking, what can I reply back with that's obviously going to be congruent with the conversation, and an intelligent reply basically is what I mean. So I saw she was a speaker as well, so I just said to her, I'm pleased to hear all is well. Congratulations on your new book. So again, we're looking to compliment people, finding something to compliment them about. And I said, all is well my end, thank you. I said, I see you are a speaker as well as an author. And then I was, because of what I had in common, we were always looking for something that we can in common. I could have gone the boating option, because I like boating as well, but I just so happened to attend a Les Brown Speakers Boot Camp in August last year. So I thought that would be the perfect thing to carry the conversation on with. So I just said, I helped sell, which is how I got there. I helped sell out a speakers 3-day training camp for Les Brown in August last year, and got to, as a bonus, got to attend the event. It was awesome to get up close and personal with the great man. Only 90 people in the room. So she goes, thank you. It was obviously for the compliment. Wow, that's awesome. I have to pick your brains sometime and ask for some tips. So that's really cool. So again, because she's seeing me in a in a postured light, where she's, because of the way we've handled the conversation. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go back. So this is where you've got to, there's no, although there are scripts in there, they're an outline as to how to invite, but you still need to work your way through a conversation by just being you. So I might just open this up a bit so you guys can see it a bit better. And what I'm going to say here is, I'll say, please do. I'd be happy to answer any questions that I'm able to. So I'm not guaranteeing that I can, but I'm not going to say, well, no, I can't. I'm not a speaker myself, which is probably the truth. But I'm going to keep playing. I'm not lying, but because I'm offering to answer any questions that I'm able to. So I'm just going to say no problem. Please feel free to ask any questions, and I'll do my best to answer them. And I will do my best. I'll put a smiley face. No, I won't. See, she didn't use any. So now I'm actually going to go into our trusty scripts, and I'm going to go and find a script, because there is what I'm going to do now is I'm going to say, because I keep my scripts on in Evernote. Evernote is a great free tool to use if you want to store your stuff. I keep all my links here so I can have them for easy access. But I'm going to go to my scripts, and what I'm going to be looking for is I just wanted to let you know this one here. These are all in in our group, so you, by all means, go ahead and you should actually be working along with me now. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to paste it in here, and I'm going to read it to you. It says, I wanted to let you know that I have an online health and wellness business. So but I'm not going to send this through because it looks like a big copy and paste thing, even though it is. I don't want it to look like that. So I wanted to let you know I have an online health and wellness business. And then, let's see. Next line is, we have great all-natural products that give you heaps of energy and also helps ease aches and pains. Next line is, as an added bonus, it helps you to lose weight and sleep better too. And then the last one, would you be open to have a look? And that's it. We move on to the next one. So that was the first follow-up. And I don't believe hang on, what we've got here. No, those are all other conversations. So that's basically how you would consider the part 2 of our follow-up, which is our follow-up. So we did our meeting of people, and then I've actually been following up all day. So I have only had a couple here to show you that I hadn't actually got back to. But you can see how the conversation goes. It's just it's nothing tricky. Just if you get stuck while you're doing it, that's when you pop into our group and in that group chat, and you ask, hey, what should I say back here? But it's really just being yourself and genuinely being interested in them. As they say, we're striving to be interested, not interesting. So that's just use your common sense and just be you, as I say. So that's part 2, is the follow-up. And you follow up with as many people as you obviously can. And then the next stage of the process is to stage number 3, where we're going to invite more people to have a look. And now we do that. We go to our people that are our friends, and we come over here to the right-hand side where you'll see all these green dots. And these green dots basically mean that these people here are your friends that are actually online at the moment, which is great. So we know we're looking to engage with these people. The ones above you here, see where it says more friends? The ones above here are people that you have spoken to recently or engaged with often. and the ones below are people that you engage with less frequently, or or haven't done so in a while. So this is basically, as I say, people that are on your friends list already. So if you've got lots of friends like I do, that obviously don't know them all, then you can spend more time here engaging them in conversation. Or if you haven't, if you haven't got many friends, then you'd obviously, as I mentioned earlier, you want to be spending your time in that first step of actually meeting people and following up to get to them to the point where they actually ask you to become their friend. So what we're going to do here is we're going to look for someone that we can engage with now. So just excuse me, I'm just going to have a drink of water, people. Excuse me. Okay, so now I'm scrolling through. As I say, I'm looking for people that I don't recognize their names, and we're going to see what they're all about. So I'll right click on his name and open in a new tab. I'm just going to get rid of a few things here just to not slow us down. Get rid of that one. So what I do when I first come to here, I come in and see whether I've actually had any dealings with them in the past. Okay, looks like I have. When was the last time we spoke? This looks like in January of this year. Okay, so he's obviously, this is when I just show you how the conversation started. Again, no thanking him for sending through the friend request. Any exciting plans for the year? Because this was actually January 7th. So this is the same sort of process where he's approached because I go around doing that first step, get friend requests, and this is how we follow up. Now he gets back to me, and he's obviously just joined MLSP. If you're not sure what MLSP is, don't worry about it. It's just an affiliate program, and he's just going through, just telling me about it. And I just said, no, good for you. I love MLSP. And we're just talking about it. So that was just MLSP. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to say, hey, I'm going to re-engage him. So, hey, Chintua, cool name. Long time no speak. And again, our trusty question, open-ended question, how's everything going in your world? Again, all these scripts are in our file section. See, he's already seen this, so he's going to probably respond here. He's responding now, but we'll move on. We don't have time to hang around. So he has responded. So for the sake of this one, I'm going to just have a quick peek around what he's been up to lately. He's been posting today, or he's going to say something more. But normally I wouldn't wait here because I'd move on and not respond. But because we might get something interesting to look at here while I'm doing this. All is well, and you? Yep. So I just want to see what he's been up to. If I can get some information he's got. I'm going to ask him. So again, I'm going to just bring up his put this on full conversation so you guys can hopefully see it. So I'm just going to say things are great. Mine too. I'm just going to put glad to hear all as well. So you can see just being normal, just things are great. Mine too. Thank you. What we're going to say here is I'm going to ask him how's his businesses going. No, do I want to do that? No, I probably don't. Let me just see here. Let's go back to his page. See, I'm just wanting to see how quickly I go into that. Yeah, what I'm going to do here, this is what I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. Let's see if he's responded. Awesome, yeah. I'm just going to use that same quote, I mean, that same line that we used a minute ago. I'm just going to, I wanted to let you know that I've got this business, and now he can say yes or no. So we're going for no's, people. We're going for no's. And this is, as I say, most trainings, when we're going for our no's like this, it's the same as the waitress walking around the diner asking people if they want a top up of coffee. And when they say no, she doesn't get all offended. Neither do we. We're just asking them if they're open to have a look at our business. Simple as that. So there's no emotion at all. Our pulse rate doesn't change whether they say yes or no. And as I say, if you go through those first two trainings, you'll understand why we are happy with a no as we are with a yes. It's the process that is important. So I'm going to put that all in again. And as the reason I break this up is because it makes it look like I'm not copying and pasting, even though I am, as I said. I break it up. I don't want it to, because I can't type that fast. I want to do it before he answers, ideally, but you'll see that he'll hear the pings as these go through, that I didn't send it all through in one big. The other approach I could have taken with a guy like this is I could have gone the route of with the boot camp, but we'll see how he responds to this. As I say, if he doesn't, we're going for no's here. All our job is to see if people are open to take a look. So what we want to do now is we're going to go find someone else to talk to. Keep going through here. Let's see what this person is now. She's obviously a friend of mine that we have a common interest of being in with parrots, but no. Let's see what our conversation has been here. When last did we speak? No, this is, I've already asked her. This was one of my no's, and I just, we were talking. I'll just show you the conversation while we're here, just to give you an idea. I don't know when this one was. What was the date here? November, no, January. Okay, this one we could do. It was because we were just randomly talking about birds. This is my parrot page that I was talking about. But then I asked her, the approach I was using here was getting people on my newsletter as opposed to asking them if they wanted to have a look at my my opportunity. So it's exactly the same process. I just said, she said she liked my page, and I said thank you. And I just said, changing the subject, I'm not sure if this will interest you or not, but I have a newsletter where I share tips and tricks on how to generate money online. If you send me your email, I'll put you on it. She said, appreciate the offer, but my plate is full now, but thank you. So, that's cool. So I'm going to just ask you, what I'm going to say again, go use that approach. How's everything going? Long time no speak. Entry. I say, hey, Debbie. How's everything going in your world? It's not up to us to judge for them. Or try and ascertain whether we think they'll be interested or not. We only know by asking them. All our job is to ask if they're open to have a look. We're not here to convince anyone, coerce them. We're just we're here to pick up a decision. So how is everything going in your world? How is everything going in your world? And that's it. On to the next person. As you can see, we've got lots of parrot friends. Sorry, just got to find people that I don't recognize. Keep going down. I think we're... Right click on the name. So there was one I've already approached, haven't heard back yet. So on to the next one. Where did I see a name that I didn't recognize there? What we got here? See what Suzanne's all about. So, oh yeah, I recognize those people. I don't recognize Suzanne though. Let's see if we've spoken. Looks like we have. Oh, it's not yet. I've actually already spoken to her. And she was a no. Keep looking for someone else. Oop, where did Jill go? Here she is. Let's see. Here are some of these other ones. Yep, she's knows some marketers. She's from New Zealand, which is, you know, we're operational in, and I'm from there, so that's always a good thing. We have never spoken. It's okay. This is what we do here. We have a good, full conversation, and it's the perfect one we do here. Is we say, "Hey Jill," Gill. Again, that script that's in the file section looks like we've been Facebook friends for a while now. Now, they've never really spoken. So I thought I'd better fix that. So, hi, hey Jill, looks like we've been Facebook friends for a while now, but have never really spoken. So I thought I'd better fix that. LOL. Send. How is everything going in your world? Then on to the next one. So we're going to come here, check her out. Oh, I've got some mostly parrot people, but I'm not sure if I've spoken to her before. So again, it looks like I've already spoken to her, and she. So she wasn't interested. So that was she was a no. So on to the next one. Don't recognize David. He's in California, so let's see who's he's friends with. He's a marketer. All good. Let's see if we've spoken before. Okay, this is actually, let's have a look at this. So again, I'll just pop it up here so you can see full conversation. I've had some dealings with him before. Hey David, happy New Year. Thanks for sending through your friend request. So you can see there's the pattern there. He hadn't responded. So I've tried that a couple of times. There's another script that I use for people that don't respond. It's like, I offer them as a way to connect further. If they want to join my newsletter, they can. He actually messaged me and asked for a Twitter training. So I sent him through that. So what I'm going to do now is just going to do the long time no speak and see if we can re-engage him. So, hey, David, Long time no speak. And how's everything going in your world? So, I mean, this actually gets fun when you actually get people responding back. You have good conversations, and it looks repetitive, and it is, but we need to do this consistently. It's the same thing if you think of an elite sports team. When a football team comes to practice, and they're not going to say, "Oh, we practiced that yesterday. They want to do it again today." They practice the fundamentals, and you can't get any more core fundamentals to build a business than what we're doing here. As I say, if you do this consistently for 90 days, you'll be blown away by the state of your business. So, I encourage you to work your way through it. Let's have a look here. No, it looks like we've got a Spanish-speaking person there, and since I don't speak Spanish, not going to be any good. No. He's a real estate investor, this guy. Where is he based? We're just doing a bit of due diligence on him just to see what he's all about. See if we've had any conversations. Oh, he's messaged me. He's approached me. What did he say? Have a look. This is back in 2015, February. He says, "Hey, Clive, I noticed we have several friends in common and would like to become friends. I'm a veteran real estate investor, broker, and builder in Charlotte. If you're interested in it." Who knows? We don't know. As I say, it's not up to us to decide whether he's probably going to be a no, but our job is to ask, not to decide for them. So, hey, Galen, important to get their names right. Make sure that you do, and also mention their name. People love to hear their names and like compliments. So those are the two things. Hey, Galen, long time no speak. How's everything going in your life? And then on to the next one. Oh, let's have a look here. I think this guy was replied. See, look at that. We got a yes there from that first conversation we had. Which I just want to show you. Remember how we just asked this guy? And he said, we asked him if he wanted to take a look a few minutes ago. It was at 7:38. And he said, "Sure, bro." So I'm just going to say, "Cool." And what I'm going to do is I'm going to send them to our team sites. Now, this is one of the benefits of belonging to our team. Mark has created these sites, which I'll come before we go there. I'm just going to show you what the sites look like. These are our own personal sites that Mark has created that no other Lavelle members have. And it's basically a site where they can come and try the experience or check out video testimonials. The video testimonials go straight to the company YouTube channel where they can get see all the different videos and to have a good poke around. That way we're even though it's our site, we're not breaking any rules by we're using company tools, so we're not in violation of anything. And then if they want to try the experience, they click that button, and there's a very simple process. This is, again, we don't have to physically meet with anyone. We can do this around the world where we're operating. The people can come through if they want to. They can watch all the videos again about the product. They've also got all our links. If if they want to click through and try it again, they can click through to my account. It's all personalized to me. And if they scroll down and they actually want to try a 3-day sample pack, they purchase them. We don't give away sample packs. And all they do is they can, like if they male or female, they can just click on that and it takes them straight through to my personal PayPal account, and they pay me directly, and I can ship out the samples to them. How easy is that? No other team has anything like that. And so we are literally able to work anywhere when we're still dealing with physical products. So pretty cool. So we're very fortunate to have a leader like Mark who's able to code the way we do. So that's the link I'm going to send him. So as I say, once you are all set up, Mark will build a site like that for you too. So I'm going to copy and paste those details. I'm going to. He doesn't mind. He's come back again. He doesn't mind taking a look at what I do. So sweet. So I'm going to paste that all in there, and I'm going to say, here you go. There you go. I'm going to say you might have to type in the username and password, because I've had some people, especially if they do it on phones and stuff, it doesn't actually work if they copy and paste it. There you go. But you may have to type in the username and password. I'm going to put, I look forward to your thoughts. You can just see in that little bit of time, the only person that responded gave us a yes. So you've got to be happy with that. And we've got other conversations going, and we'll just keep going. So we've got a few minutes left. We'll do another couple. So we'll keep reaching out to people, scrolling down, looking for people that I haven't spoken to. Again, these green lights mean that these people are all online at the moment. So that's how you can see you can converse in real time. Now this is someone, let's just follow. Oh no, it's a different person. Let's have a look. I just thought I recognized their name for some reason. She's My Own Business Institute. She knows other marketers, so that's cool. Have I spoken? Oh yeah. Okay, so I've basically gone back to her and asked her how long she's been in that, trying to engage her. But she's in the Philippines, so, but hey, we're meeting different marketers around the world. It's connecting people within our niche. That's what it's all about. So let's see if we can get someone. What is it? See what Mary's up to. She lives in Illinois, so that's cool. Know some cool marketers. Been active. She's in Janice. Cool. We're friends. Have we spoken? July 3rd. What did I say to her? Okay, here we go. Let's have a look. We'll put it up on full conversation again. Hey, Mary. I see. So I've actually approached her because she was a parrot person, and I've actually sent her a friend request with that message. I never send if I do happen to send a friend request, which I don't often do anymore. This is middle of July last year. I basically try and get them to friend me by going through that first introductory process that I showed you. But what I've done is, if I do happen to send a friend request, I always send it with a message. So I've said to her, thanks for accepting it. You're welcome. I'm doing well too. Today was her wedding anniversary. So we've basically just had small talk, and that was about a year ago. So this is a perfect one to go and open the conversation again. So, hey, Mary, long time no speak. How's everything going in your world? So you can see, for those the new people here, this is not hard at all. Anyone can do this. And if you, as I say, if people answer, you get stuck, you don't have to panic. You've got time. You can. So she's on, came back straight away. Oh, she's calling me. This should be interesting. Should I? Oh no, she's. I missed a call. It doesn't look like she meant to call. But I was going to do it live if she did. If she did actually keep it going, I don't want to call her back. But she's typing, so we'll just see what she actually has to say. Did anyone else get back to us? While she's typing, we'll just do one more. We've still got a few minutes. So again, simple as that. We don't wait around. If you're doing this on your own, just keep hammering away, starting new conversations. So we should get something showing up here fairly short. There we go. She didn't mean to call, so. And then I'm just going to quickly hit her up with that question. I just wanted to let you know about my. So we just paste it all in there. So we'll see if we get a response from that. We'll either get a yes or a no, and that's all we're looking for. As I say, she's typing, so we'll just hang around. As I say, normally I wouldn't. I'd move on to the next one, but because we're at the top of the hour here and waiting, we'll just wait and see what she has to say, and that way we'll see whether we got a yes or no. She's typing, so while we're doing that, we'll just keep doing what we do, and that's prospect. We're looking for the next person. Then see what Kurt's up to. He lives in California, which is cool. He's a parrot person. Let's see if we've had any conversations. No conversation. So there we know our trusted conversation is full conversation, so you guys can see what's going on. And hey, Kurt. Looks like we have been Facebook friends for a while. But I've never really spoken. So I thought I'd better fix that. And then how's everything going in your world? Let's see what Mary had to say. Looks like she's I promote health and wellness online. I do 3 different companies. Which one are you in? You know what I'm going to do here? I'm going to go back to my trusty scripts. She's asked which one would I do, and when people ask which one am I in, and they are already in a company, there's this link, and I'll just show you. this link here, and I'll show you what it is. I'll just paste it up here first. It is an article in the Direct Selling News, and it's where Lavelle won the award for the fastest growing company in the health and wellness industry, and that'll give her something to, you know, to think about. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to say, here you go. And then I'm just going to put our team meets daily and tell about this prospecting boot camp. Our team meets 7 days a week, meets 7 days a week, and for a live prospecting boot camp, week for a live interactive prospecting boot camp. Let me know if you want to take a look. Excuse my dogs, people, if you can hear them back in the background. I'm just going to, not let me know, I'm just going to put, would you like to take a look? Would you like to take a look behind the scenes? So I'm basically going for that definite no, but we might have to cover that off tomorrow. I see we're already past the hour, so we've done pretty good. We've got, we're looking like we're going to get either another yes or no here, and we've got the whole, we've got more outstanding, and we did get a yes. So I'm going to stop sharing and going to come back. So there you go, everyone. Hopefully you were able to follow along there and get some value from that. You saw how simple it was. As I say, we go through that 3 simple step process where we go out initially and we meet people. They encourage you to do that at least with 10 people per day, and then follow up with people, and then go out and talk to people on your friends list like we just did there. It's very easy to do. It's non-threatening. We're simply going for a yes or no. And as I explained, if you go through those first 2 training videos that are up in the Get Started Now section in the files on our Facebook group, it'll explain exactly why we don't care whether we get a yes or a no. So, be consistent. The beauty of, with the way we do it here, we do it as a team. You can get your questions answered live throughout the day, and there's people in the UK and all over the different time zones over here in the US, and people in Australia. So there's always going to be someone up if you have a question and get stuck. Doesn't matter where you are, and we're here to help in any way that we can. So if anyone has a question, you've got a couple of seconds to put it in the chat. That actual link to that article that was with the Direct Selling News, I will paste that in the group, in the actual group. I'll paste that in there, and you can have a read of it and also keep a copy of it for yourself, so that you can go ahead and share it with people too, because it's a brilliant article. It just explains the history of the company and why, as I say, the fastest growing health and wellness company in the whole direct selling profession, so in the world. Pretty impressive stuff. So thanks everyone for attending. As I say, we try to keep this short and sweet, within the hour, so we'll finish the webinar there. And welcome and thank you to all the new people for coming along tonight, and hopefully we'll see you again tomorrow. And we will take it to keep going, prospecting every day, and build our teams and get that daily duplication that we all want. So thanks again, people, and I'll see you tomorrow. Cheers.